Too many confused souls inside their own mental mentality jails, that their brains are so fucking fried up and restored within the wazoo that they're only being controlled by the heart weapon of the Agenda 21 plan of the depopulation plan of 2025 through 299, incarcerated, incinerated, and destruction of the world society humanity plan, that it needs to be stopped in due time. Lost souls, every time I even come in peace, that their lives only seem negative, and their lives are only through strangers, that their life ain't complete. Everyone's too caught up in the matrix paradox, past the point of no return, these lasting days of living in this modern era society earth that has no true peace of soul of God in them, that every time you see to reject a good person from God, that they only want to stay within the physical plane of this miserable world of the devil. People not even real period anymore, that they only are just miserable workaholics, mindless, systematic, worldly drone zombies, that they only have no life, true purpose at all, so mixed up in their own rights within wrongs, but then being haunted by being hoodwinked by the devil's demon lords of last of shadows all. Need to keep your faith in God and keep it as in man, not only for you to die to cash in on his next paycheck. For these lost souls that nowhere to go, to be lost in a world of soulless society that is on its way to be permanently self-destruction, hopefulness. That God's plan of all its ways for the world to see it for the rest of itself for time. I think all these lost souls are destroyed by every ignorance that is blind leading the blind. This world got fucked in its ass for 3.5 quarters of a century, that all it has and had to pray to these demon devils walking amongst us, that as they coughed up and roughed up in these mean streets that don't even have left to nobody but to rob, steal, and kill. For anybody to think that they're lambs and sheep, that they still have to raise the sharp horns of God's hands of karma ready to slap and just tap that ass for you, yeah. That only wants to get left in the shot within the wrath of their own gods on the sides, but only to see in the next world dimensions of non-world's existence. That people need to stop living for the now and start living for even more futuristic distance. That us chosen ones have the full bullseye of the town and escape like a missile. Need to keep your faith in God and keep it as in man, and not only for you to die to cash in on his next paycheck. For these lost souls that nowhere to go, to be lost in a world of soulless society that is on its way to be permanently self-destruction, hopefulness. That God's plan of all his ways for the world to see it for the rest of itself for time. I think all these lost souls are destroyed by every ignorance that is blind leading the blind. How many shots went off when you were stealing and killing your own family or girlfriend and had your kids and never seen one of them in a day or a damn fucking year? Can't even make time for God in the pool of your own self-life destruction through the songs of life and all the sons of poverty you're only making. But when is the last time you even a motherfucking human being you need to think of living for the life of lives, or to thinking of cunning the fuck about you? Only want to see you fall your fucking face and twisting the foot in the strip of missing to set you up for failure, only to see the orders to your spot for a come up, to only exceed the size it's less than a matter of only 10 seconds before you have the chance to see to clean it up for your own eyes of God, for you to repent for him in order to see to receive the blessings within bond waiting for him far too long. Need to keep your faith in God and keep it as in man, and not only for you to die to cash in on his next paycheck. For these lost souls that nowhere to go, to be lost in a world of soulless society that is on its way to be permanently self-destruction, hopefulness. That God's plan of all its ways for the world to see it for the rest of itself for time. I think all these lost souls are destroyed by every ignorance that is blind leading the blind. To everybody listen to this fucking track around the world and stop sipping and bitching. Fuck this government. Politicians only want to stay you poor and stagnant in this zombified, fake, satanic ass society of poverty. Sitting here, gotten us living a pillar to post with no hot meals in a cot. Only the demons with flesh are only ourselves, and only to be the stake of our outcomes of life, distractions of directions. Giving us to God more of our blessings of any time to think and speaking to God about when the times of life itself. He is always watching it through all the struggles of life, and he tests all of life and struggles have been breaking within our rejuvenation of receiving of the last impressions of the final title world of life within the beautiful lives of all blessings. Big up God's blessings.